that tomorrow is the last day of nomination filing and there's still no sign of a seat-sharing formula. The alliance, however, says we're confident we'll win, but that the seat-sharing issue is something they're still figuring out. And that's because there's a deadlock on really who gets how much, who gets how many seats. Now, the questions that come to the fore here is, has the Mahagathbandhan left it too late to actually go ahead and seal the deal? Is the alliance's unity just for show? Because when it comes down to it, you saw all of these pictures of Rahul and Tejashwi together, the voter Adhikar Yatra, where you had both of them throughout. But when it comes down to the seat-sharing deal, they've been unable to just get together, sit down, put their heads together and figure out what's going wrong. Now, will ego clashes within the opposition cost them the election? Optics matter. This isn't the best of optics. Can a divided alliance really take on a united NDA? Just contrast the fact that the NDA has not just announced a seat-sharing deal, they've gone ahead and announced their candidates for all of those seats as well. And on the other hand, here there's still confusion of who's contesting which party from which seat. Are smaller allies losing out in this tug of war? In the Mahagathbandhan itself, one of the big issues is over the VIP.
कोई एमएलए मुख्यमंत्री और सरकार बनाने की बात नहीं है, बल्कि हम लोगों को बिहार बनाने का काम करना है। और हम लोग नए सोच के हैं, नया बिहार बनाना है। पढ़ाई, दवाई, कमाई, सिंचाई, सुनवाई और कार्रवाई वाली सरकार। तेजस्वी की उम्र कच्ची हो सकती है, पर जुबान पक्की है। जो कहा है वो किया है, जो कह रहे हैं वो करेंगे। और हम सब लोग मिलकर के नया सरकार तो बनाएंगे ही बनाएंगे।
Okay, Piyush Mishra is getting us the latest updates as well from Patna. Piyush, the question that also comes up here is what will happen with the likes of the VIP? Will they be given what they want? What's really the sticking point as far as the VIP's demands are concerned? Are we going to, when that list comes out later today, see an RJD Congress alliance and still see a question mark over the others, the smaller allies?
Well, Akshita, as far as Mukesh Sahni's VIP is concerned, what we are told is that he is already in touch with Rahul Gandhi. He is requesting Rahul Gandhi to intervene in the seat-sharing formula and announce the final formula for Mahagathbandhan. But today we also spoke to various BJP leaders, and Samrat Chaudhary, while he was filing his nomination, we spoke to him about the chaos which is there in Mahagathbandhan. He said that, okay, we have had our seat-sharing formula decided. We have also decided who will contest on which seat, but if Mukesh Sahni wants to support us without taking part in any kind of seat allocation, then he can do so. So, at such times, your opposition always, takes such a jibe at it, at you, and that's what Samrat Chaudhary is now doing. As far as NDA is concerned, they have already decided, all their seats. They have already announced the candidates on all these seats. We were seeing as to how the NDA was struggling to announce their candidates in the initial phase, but now dust is settled and now NDA leaders are also hitting the ground.
Let's talk about what really could happen next, the possible scenarios of what we could see in the Mahagathbandhan figuring out their seat-sharing deal. First, maybe the VIP chooses to exit the Mahagathbandhan, in which case then you will see a redistribution of the proposed handful of seats, which is about 15 to 18 is what our sources tell us. That will be redistributed among the RJD and the Congress. But it will be a setback if VIP chooses to leave. Possibility number two is that the Congress may have to compromise on seats and importantly on the CM face, because one of the other contentious issues is that while you have every party of the Mahagathbandhan agreeing that they will go ahead and endorse Tejashwi Yadav as the CM face, the Congress so far has refused to commit to that. So they could just concede and go ahead and project Tejashwi Yadav as the CM face. But for that, the RJD also may have to step down. So another possibility is that the RJD may actually go ahead and convince the Congress to settle for the Deputy Chief Minister post. So far what we're hearing is that the RJD doesn't want any announcement over Deputy CM post. But could that actually change? I want to bring in Rahul Gautam on this. He tracks, of course, the Congress for us very closely. So Rahul, I want to understand from you that if there's a compromise formula worked out, would that factor in the Congress perhaps agreeing to endorse Tejashwi Yadav as the CM face of the Mahagathbandhan?
Well, what we're learning from our sources that Akshita, number is not a problem for Congress party, and broadly there is consensus between RJD and Congress that Congress will be contesting somewhere around 60 seats. Now the problem is that multiple seats are being contested, are being demanded by both RJD and Congress. For example, there's a seat called Kailgaon, Jale, Narkatiyaganj. Now, these seats are being demanded both by Congress and RJD, and that has become a bone of contention between the two parties. And that's why you see this delay is happening. And that's why the broader consensus has been that you please release symbols to your candidates on which there has been a broader consensus. That's why you see RJD and Congress, they both are distributing symbols. See, we have to really understand that if VIP exits from Mahagathbandhan, then Congress is prepared to contest on around 70 to 75 seats. But if he is going to be accommodated and adjusted, that Congress will not go below 60 to 61, as they are saying that if a party which does not even have one single MP or MLA is going to get 18 seats or 20 seats, then we are as a party, national party, with 100 Lok Sabha MPs, 25 Rajya Sabha MPs, 17 MLAs in Bihar Assembly, then we at least deserve 60 seats. And that has become a, bone of contention. Now, we are learning from our sources that, the major issues have already been sorted out between RJD and Congress. And in fact, anytime now, maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow, the seat sharing formula would be announced. But clearly, as I was telling you earlier also, political messaging is something which they have clearly failed, because NDA, we all know that how numbers are already out. We all know candidates there. But as far as Mahagathbandhan is concerned, everything is still in air, and that's
they've hit. The sense I get, Rahul, is that they've hit the panic button now. They should have ideally pressed the panic button 48 hours ago, because not just is this terrible messaging, it also, brings things down to the wire. If there is any problem with a candidate's nomination form, there's so little time for him or her to tweak it that it could lead to many seats not actually having a candidate as well. And these are issues that haven't been factored in at all for now. Thanks very much, Piyush, Rahul, for joining us on this broadcast. Rahul tells us in some time from now, very shortly, we can expect that there will be a seat sharing deal that's released. Well, the Mahagathbandhan will have to do it, because 3 p.m. tomorrow is the cutoff for nominations to be filed. And so if they miss that deadline, means they don't have any candidates at all in most of the seats. So they know full well that the next few hours, perhaps tomorrow morning, is the last time when they can actually go ahead and figure out whatever issues they have as far as the seat sharing deal is concerned.